friends. Today is December 13th, which means it's day 13 of our Advent readings. Advent just means coming. We are waiting for Christmas Day and celebrating the birth of Jesus. And we're looking at the fact that all through the Bible, people have been waiting for the birth of the Messiah, the Savior. We want to celebrate it every day leading up to Christmas. We've been reading from the Advent Storybook, 25 Bible stories showing why Jesus came. This book is by Laura Ritchie and it's illustrated by Ian Dale. Today, day 13, is Moses and the Plagues, Exodus 4 through 11. So if you have your Advent ornaments, go ahead and find a day 13 ornament that looks like this. Crazy, huh? The Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord when I stretch out my hand against Egypt and bring out the people of Israel from among them. Exodus 7:5. One day, after many years had passed, Moses was watching his sheep in Midian when he saw a bush on fire, but it wasn't burning up. When Moses came close, God spoke from the bush. He wanted to save his people from slavery and give them a good home. God promised to be with Moses, but Moses was afraid. Moses asked God to tell him his name. God said, I am who I am. God told Moses that he would do amazing miracles in Egypt. The Egyptians worshipped pretend gods. They didn't know the one true God. God wanted everyone to know that he was the only God. Moses returned to Egypt to tell Pharaoh to let God's people go. But Pharaoh refused to listen. So God helped Moses and his brother Aaron show Pharaoh a sign of God's power. God turned the water of the Nile River into blood. No one could drink the water and the fish died. But Pharaoh's heart remained hard. Then God sent great troubles called plagues on Pharaoh's country. Egypt was filled with frogs, then gnats, then flies, but Pharaoh's heart was still hard. So God sent a disease that killed many animals. Pharaoh still wouldn't listen. God made sores appear on animals and people. Then God sent hail and lightning and thunderstorms and swarms of locusts. And God sent a darkness that covered the whole land. No matter how God showed his power, Pharaoh hardened his heart, would not listen to Moses. He would not let the Israelites go. God told Moses that he would send one last plague. This one would be the worst. Again, Pharaoh would not listen. At midnight, the firstborn of every Egyptian family died. This time, Pharaoh's heart softened. Finally, he let God's people go. Pharaoh is not the only one with a hard heart. When we are slaves to sin, our hearts become hard too. We need a rescuer to give us new hearts and set us free. Why do you think Pharaoh wouldn't listen to Moses? Have you ever not wanted to listen to someone when they're trying to teach you something? I know that I have. We can all think that we're right, that what we want is best, that what we think is right, and that other people are wrong. And the opposite of that is called humility, when we're willing to admit that we don't know everything and we may be wrong. Lots of times we can kind of feel like we're always right when it comes to our parents or our siblings or teachers, sometimes even at church. But we don't want to be hard-hearted like Pharaoh. We want to have soft hearts like Moses, who's willing to listen to God no matter what. The Israelites, they weren't perfect. But when they were scared and worried, they cried out to God, and God heard them and had a plan to rescue them. And we're the same way. Like they were slaves in Egypt, we're slaves to sin, and we need a redeemer. We need a rescuer. That person is Jesus. And that's why we celebrate him at Christmas.